Hi guys, it's Maaike. Today I'm back for the AAA Cards Challenges. It's number 239 and it's called Choose a Side. Here's a card that I made. And basically the badge shows you hot or cold colors. And you can use any that you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, any you think of. I have this block of pastel papers. On one side is hot and one is cold. And I have the spellbinders, mini petals and mini hexagons, which I bought, I don't know, at the beginning of the year, I would say. And it comes with a solid one that I'm using as a backer, and then the stripy one. See, I put double-sided tape on a thinner paper, and I counted the rings. There were 6, and then I die cut everything. And yeah, I skipped a little bit. I couldn't find the color that goes, the 6th color. They were too samey, so I die cut another one that's more creamy. And I'm just sticking them on top. And I put the double-sided adhesive on the back, on the solid one, or actually on the top, not on the back. So it's easier to stick all the rings down without messes. And I thought that would be easier to do it on the solid one than on the thin frame ones. And yeah, I went for warm colors, as you can see, hot or cold. And the other one that's in, I also have the mini petals that looked like peacock feathers to me, and I wanted to do those first. But then I thought, oh, if I do warm, I can do honeybee, honeycomb-like thing, and maybe put a bee on top. But I thought this was quite busy already, and I didn't do that. I die cut every color 5 times, and I'm just sticking them randomly on those solid hexagons. And I did speed it up a little bit because it's a bit repetitive. But yeah, because you're doing them randomly, it doesn't matter which order you do them. You can use all of it. I probably didn't need to die cut them 5 times, but you know, 5 fitted on those strips I made. So I did that. And yeah, I had a bit of trouble with my die cutting machine. There was one side of the hexagon that didn't want to go. And I have to see if it's my machine or my plates or the hexagons. I think I turned them and turned them and turned them, and still there was one side that didn't go. Well, it did go through, didn't cut. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm sure it's user error because it's new. I'm using it for the first time, so that can't be it. See, here's my colors that I. Where's the 6th color? I'm sure it's 6. Where is it? And I couldn't find it. And it is the orangey salmony color that I forgot I had, and I can see it now. It's not there. So I got another one. 7 colors. Yeah. It's all good. And of course you don't have to use 6 colors of hot or cold. The game badge is there. I just put a few colors that I think are reminiscent or hot and cold, but you know, once you get to lilacs and yellow greens, you get into that border. Is it really hot? Is it really cold? You can do anything you want. You can do watercoloring, stamping. Just make sure we can see the colors that you chose, or color. As I say, it doesn't have to be 4, 5, 6. It can be 1, 2, 20 if you want, but make sure it's clean and simple. And you can see when I assemble the card, these hexagons are quite big on a normal card base that's 10 by 15 centimeters or 4 by 6 inches and something like that. But first I do the stamping, and I used gray again, the misty morning or morning mist, because I thought that it's less stark. And it's a neutral, that's fine. I asked in our DT group whether gold or silver would be colder or hot, and because of my peak of feathers, I wanted to do teals and blues and greens, and then gold, like in the eyes, always like shimmery. And gold is warm, and teal and stuff is cold, and silver could be cold or neutral. It was the consensus, so keep that in mind. I didn't want to do a heat embossed sentiment, but yeah, here's I'm trying to layer them, and of course I made more than I need, especially for clean and simple. But I wanted to do this little stacked look, but as little dimension as possible is also better for clean and simple. And here, see, I just put them like this. And I almost didn't post this video. I thought I'd do it again with a stencil and just ink blending. And I actually did that for the AAA Cards challenge 2 years ago, in 2021 somewhere. And with blue and greens and a purple. So I settled on this one. At least 2/3 empty space, white space, but empty. Is key. It doesn't have to be white. Actually, my card base could have been a hot color as well. I didn't do it. I did. It's too much, but that's okay. And I hope to give you some ideas. You have 2 weeks to play along as usual. And remember, it doesn't have to be die cuts. I just bought these and new toys, so I use them. But it can be stamping, can be coloring, can be ink blending, whatever you fancy. Just warm or hot. It's quite simple. Yeah, I'm putting all the weight on and then come back to it and cut off the excess. Links to the challenge are down below. If you want to play along, you have 2 weeks as usual. And I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye.